presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for dead presidents to represent me.
What's up? We are back for another episode of The Hustle. It's your boy Ryan Sayles.
It's your boy Drakkar. What's going on?
We are here to talk about, first off, the Brooklyn Nets on a win streak. Without KD, really. They won their last 8 games, and KD has only played in one of those games. How do you feel about the Nets and what they're doing right now?
Okay, so right now, the Nets are looking really good, as they should, of course. I mean, even though Kevin Durant is out, they still have Kyrie and they still have James Harden.
Yeah.
But, like I said, this 8-game win streak is very impressive. But ultimately, me personally, I don't think that this will last. I think of course they're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they might make it to the finals. But I don't think they'll win it all, simply because their lack of defense, and they don't have a good bench.
Man, I don't know about that. I see an extremely talented team that's one rotation switch away from winning it all. I think like when you look at having a player like Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant throughout 48 minutes, it's like 40 minutes, whatever, 38 minutes, whatever. But having them on a team together, like, I mean, it's being able to spread them throughout the whole rotation. I think it's just like a luxury that a lot, like, nobody has.
Yeah.
So when you look at it and you look at, like, how they can come together to be like a force, I don't think I could see anybody stopping, especially with the Lakers and their questions about their season and what Anthony Davis is going to come back like.
Yeah, but I mean, like that team kind of reminds me of the first year when the Heat hooked up. Well, the 2010, 2011 Heat when LeBron went and John D. Wade and went with Chris Bosh. I mean, they had all the firepower in the world. They had LeBron, D. Wade, and Bosh, but ultimately they didn't have a good bench, and their chemistry wasn't there. But with the Nets, it seemed like they love playing together.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they're pretty much locked in. But I think what it's gonna come down to is stopping them, getting them big stops down the stretch, and also having a good bench.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think that's what they're going to need to do, but I think they're more than capable of doing that. And one reason I say that is because when Miami, you know what I'm saying, when they struggled, it was players like Norris Cole that was getting crazy, like great steals and stuff like that. Mario Chalmers, who had a good college career, but hadn't really, you know what I'm saying, exploded, who was playing like good with the Heat. So I think like people like Joe Harris, who's actually, he can give you 25. He can give you 25. Like, people like Joe Harris, and they got Iman Shumpert coming, and, like, it's like, I don't know, I think that they have enough to put them over the hump, even though, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of things that they don't have as a team, a lot of qualities in a team that they don't have. It's a lot of things that they can,
They do,
you know what I'm saying, that supersedes their flaws, and I think that can be the big difference, like, with them. So I don't know. I think Kevin Durant, and that's the thing. We're seeing them play outstanding basketball, winning 8 games straight without Kevin Durant.
Right, yeah.
So it's like, man, I know that we have this. You know what I'm saying? It's a mindset of basketball. It's a tradition.
Yeah.
You have to have this. You have to have this. If you don't have this, it doesn't work. But we've never seen a collection of talent that all can handle the ball like this. We've never seen that before. Every player on not every player, but all three of they have 3 superstars. And they all can handle the ball very well and make plays. They got James Harden leading the league in assists.
In assists, yeah. He's a double machine
right
now. Yeah, but and another thing that I think that will kind of dethrone them. Well, not dethrone them because they've never been at the top yet. I think that kind of will like stop like their success. Mm-hmm. I think it could be coaching.
Coaching?
Yeah, because at the same time, like this is Steve Nash's first year being an actual head coach of an organization, so I think that could be another thing.
But see, one thing that could help a coach who doesn't have experience is having players. Superstars. And having players that's been there before.
Yeah, veterans, yeah.
You have, like, most of these guys have been there before. Like, KD, of course. Kyrie, of course. James Harden has lost to the team that KD was on. So it's like they all have been right there, and either won it. And DeAndre Jordan hasn't. He's played a long time, and he played a good amount of playoff basketball. He hasn't been, you know what I'm saying, to the finals or anything like that. But he's a vet, and so you know what I'm saying. It's just stuff that he knows that can help the team. And I think like when it's all said and done, like who in the West could really like beat the Nets if it's not the Lakers? Who do you think can really beat the Nets?
Well, right now, of course, the best team in the NBA is the Utah Jazz.
And we are.
They're looking amazing right now, bro. Have you seen them shooting the basketball from three? Oh my God! Like
they're shooting
they're extremely well from three.
But I would say this:
they're moving the basketball. Their chemistry is amazing, and not to mention they have good coaching and they have a bench.
They're shooting extremely well.
The Nets don't have.
They're shooting extremely well, but when we look at their last couple of years, they always look good in the regular season. They get to the playoffs.
Yeah, but they never looked like this in the regular season before.
Well, look, I'm done praising these Milwaukee Buck type teams, man. Milwaukee's been the first seed the last 2 years, and didn't do anything with it. It didn't even go out in a fighting effort. Like it's just.
Well, I mean, last year Giannis got hurt in that game 4. I mean, he did.
He did get hurt, but the way they were struggling as a first seed, he got hurt, and they had already lost, I think, 2 games.
Yeah.
So the way they were struggling as a first seed, it kind of shows, you know what I'm saying. It's just some teams aren't battle tested, and I think that's the difference. Like you got teams like Milwaukee who will have a great regular season, have a pool postseason, and you got teams like LA, for instance. If they are fully healthy, if they might not be the first seed, they might not be the second seed, but you know in the playoffs, you know who at the top. Exactly. So like I just think I think that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's the difference. And I think with KD, Kyrie, James Harden, Joe Harris, DeAndre Jordan, I think like they can. I mean, you know what I'm saying, they got bench players, but I think they can make it happen. That's all. And then they have Jeff Green also, who's another vet. They're a battle tested team, and I think that will put them over the hump.
Yeah, we'll see.
So with the Lakers, they're on a 4-game losing streak. I'm sorry, and they've been without Anthony Davis due to the calf strain, and we've heard that somewhere before, but.
Yeah, we're not going to really talk about that. Yeah. And not to mention, Dennis Schroeder has been out too.
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder has been out.
But he'll be back tonight against the Blazers, so that'll be a big help.
So what do you think has been the source of this slump that the Lakers are in?
The star players not being there. I mean, Anthony Davis, the person that's been leading the team in points, is not there, and it's putting an even bigger load on LeBron James. Because last game he had a triple double, and I think he had somewhere around 30. He had a 30-point triple double, and they still lost. So I mean, it's been kind of tough for LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
And when we want to talk about that the other game. He had those free throws.
Yeah, he had the free. Yeah, he missed the free throws.
Kobe wouldn't have missed those.
Yeah, I know, but who's to say Kobe would have got to the rim to get the and one and finish
what?
At the goal?
Wait, what are you trying to say?
That's
say what you're trying to say.
That. I'm
Who's
just
to
saying
say Kobe would have got to the rim to get the and one?
Yeah, I'm just saying because I mean it's
has he not proven that he could do that?
But it's proven that LeBron James is better in clutch time. He has a better field goal percentage than Kobe. So I'm just saying.
He also has
Who's to say?
I mean,
he would have got to the rim and made the shot. I'm just saying.
I mean, but I look at it like this.
Nah, Kobe is a better.
Kobe got the most missed shots in NBA history, right?
Yes.
Bron got the most turnovers in NBA history, but some people say he's the smartest player to ever play.
He is.
How?
What do you mean how?
Like, what makes him the smartest player? He has the most turnovers in NBA history. Okay. He's giving the ball to the other team the most out of anybody else.
Bro, you see how much minutes he plays? You see how much time he is on the court? Like, come on, bro. You're not gonna come out here and say that.
I'm just saying, for you to act like it was a question if Kobe could have got to the rim. You a Kobe fan.
I am a Kobe fan.
And you question if Kobe could have got to the rim?
I'm talking about him
actually.
I'm talking about actually finishing the and one and actually making the bucket. That's what I'm questioning. Because LeBron James is better in the clutch. He's better than Kobe Bryant in the clutch. He has a better field goal percentage. That's all I said. I am a Kobe fan. Actually, I'm more of a Kobe fan than a LeBron fan.
Yeah,
The only reason why I'm a LeBron fan is because he's with the Lakers.
yeah, I hear you, but to question
that's all I'm saying.
on the Wizards, on the Wizards.
Yeah, on the Wizards. I mean, it is questionable. LeBron James is better.
And I guess Kobe would have gave up
Bryant.
that layup to Westbrook too, huh? Because I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but LeBron James was not guarding Westbrook. He was guarding the man that inbound the ball. And all
Westbrook inbound the ball.
The other guy inbound the ball. I forget his name. He passed it into Westbrook, and Westbrook was going to the foul. Was going to the goal. He just fouled him and then got the simple continuation.
I thought
That's all.
Burton was in the corner and Westbrook passed it in, then slashed, and Bron didn't pick up because he was guarding the play with his back.
Yeah, and he was guarding. Something like that happened, bro. He was guarding.
Either way, you know what I'm saying. I just think, you know what I'm saying. I think the biggest problem is you got to give LeBron time to rest. I mean, I know, you know what I'm saying, that the playoffs is a big concern.
Yeah, I mean, bro, he's 36.
You got to give him time to rest, man.
What, 18 years? Come on, man. Yes, he needs rest.
And like, you got him playing the most minutes of his life that he's ever played in his 18th season. I just think it's.
I mean, he's still playing at a high level.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
But the Lakers are losing, so
exactly. And my thing is, why is LeBron the only one that's still playing every time somebody else takes a game off, and then when they come back, he doesn't take a game off? Like, I feel like LeBron, out of anybody in the league, deserves a game off. And what I will say, like, I feel like with what happened with Kawhi and, you know, how he did the load management, I feel like that played a role in the way LeBron, because I remember it was a time where LeBron used to load manage.
Yeah.
And, like, when it started being criticized a lot.
Yeah, but that was when he was with the Heat. That was when they had all the firepower.
Exactly, but I mean, he's been with some good teams still, though.
Yeah,
he's been with some good teams.
But this team isn't as talented as the Miami Heat team, so.
You don't think so? What about last year?
I really still don't think so.
With Rondo, Dwight Howard on the bench?
I mean, Dwight Howard is old. Rondo is old.
I don't know. Well, that concludes the hustle today. We'll have more for you next week. Thanks for viewing the show. We out.
Presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to